What's up YouTube, how you doing? This is Mr. Tybox123 and in this video I'm going to be bringing you version 2 of what's in my dock. So here we go guys, we're going to bring you version 2 of the what's in my dock video. Now I know it's been a hell of a long time since version 1, and in fact this is probably right up there with the top 5 requested videos that I get asked by you, the viewers. Now obviously this doesn't have a huge relevance to people who use Windows, but it's actually pretty much the same as if I did a what's in my start menu or what's in my taskbar video. A lot of these applications work on both platforms. Obviously some of them are Mac only, but quite a few of them are cross-platform, so has some relevance to you guys as well if you're interested in what applications I use on a day-to-day basis. So let's get into this guys. First of all, you will notice that I am using Mac OS X. Obviously this is Lion. And down at the bottom here, we've got my dock. Now I have this absolutely as tiny as possible, and then I have maximum magnification just to kind of keep the desktop as clean and simple as possible. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to make this nice and big as I can get it to go, just so you guys can see the icons a little bit easier. Now I'm probably going to have to scale down this video because the resolution of these screens is pretty huge, 2560 by 1440, so we'll scale that down a little bit and hopefully you'll be able to see that a little bit better. Now I'm actually on my Mac Pro at the moment, so this is my day-to-day kind of fixed desktop that I use probably more than any other computer that I've got. My laptop's docks are slightly different to this, but pretty much the same. But anyway, let's get into this guys. First of all, on the left hand side here we've got the Finder application. Obviously that's the kind of file navigation system that you've got built in with Mac OS X to navigate yourself around the operating system, around the file system. Next to that we have got Pathfinder. Now Pathfinder is pretty much a direct replacement for the Finder application itself. You can buy this from a company I believe called Cocotech, and I think it comes in at about $30 to $40. I've done a review on this on the channel as well, so check that out. And this is an absolutely fantastic replacement for the Finder app. It's far more comprehensive in terms of functionality, and it's just a lot better to use overall than the Finder application. Windows Explorer is so much better than the Finder application, and this kind of brings it up to speed just to make it sort of as good, in fact a little bit better than Windows Explorer. So that's the Pathfinder application. Next we've got Launchpad, which is basically a kind of iOS type interface to my applications. Absolute piece of poo. I don't know why they put that on there, but some people like it. I can't stand it. Then we've got Mission Control, which shows you all of your desktops and what you've got running on each one of them at any particular time. Now next to that we have got obviously the Mac App Store. Now it's been a revelation since we've had the App Store come to OS X. So much better to have all your applications in this App Store, and I can't wait for them to bring something like this to the Windows platform. It's going to make life a hell of a lot easier, and I use this all the time, downloading apps, searching for apps, etc. Now next to that we have got the Hack Store. Now the Hack Store is a kind of, it's not an alternative, but it's an additional app store that you can actually go away and download, and it's just kind of all the applications that you won't find in the main Mac App Store. So in here you've got things like Season Pass for jailbreaking, Thunderbird, Sunbird, you've got Growl, you've got a whole bunch of different applications in there that you just wouldn't see in the Mac App Store, and I use that quite a lot. I think that's a great little application there. Then we've got the dashboard. Next to that we've got the built-in mail application, which I'm not a particular fan of, but I think I'm going to have to start using it when it comes to Mountain Lion and we start getting built-in notifications, because they're probably not going to work with Outlook 2011, which is my mail client of choice. Now next to that we've got all of my browsers, starting off with Safari, which is the one that I use more than all of the others. I prefer Safari. I don't know why, I just kind of like it. Then we've got Firefox, Google Chrome, and also Opera, and I probably use them in that order as well in terms of which one I use the most. The main reason that I've got sort of 3 or 4 browsers is because I've got multiple YouTube channels. I've obviously got this channel, got the vlog channel, and then I've got the Photo Hub channel as well for photography. So it's just a quick and easy way of being logged into each one of those without having to consistently log in and out. Plus as well, sometimes you get applications that just don't work in one browser, so you can open up another browser and use that one. So next to that, we have got the Messages application in here, which is actually the beta for the Messages application that we will get built in with Mountain Lion, and obviously that enables you to send iMessages to everyone who's using iMessage, whether it be on an iPad, an iPhone, an iPod Touch, whatever it might be. So pretty cool that we've now got that built into our operating system. And then we've got FaceTime as well next to that. And then we've got the address book, which is basically all of our contacts, iCal for calendar entries. And then we've got the preview application, which is basically an app that kind of previews any kind of file type and just lets you view it. Next to that, we've got the iTunes application, which I absolutely can't stand, but does work reasonably well once you've got all of your stuff in there. I just find it a bit clunky and a bit crappy to use, so hopefully Apple will do something with that at some stage, make that a little bit better. Next to that, we've got Photo Booth. And then we've got iPhoto as well. Really like iPhoto. Great way for storing all of your photos in a central database and being able to get kind of easy access to all of the different photos, manipulate them, do whatever you want to do to them very quickly. Next to that, we've got iMovie, which is obviously for movie editing. I used this first of all when I first started getting into YouTube, but don't really use it anymore. I just kind of use it for the smaller stuff now, maybe some sort of home video editing and things like that with some nice sort of personal based themes that they've got built into that. And then we've got GarageBand as well, part of the iLife suite. Now GarageBand enables you to obviously knock up sort of really rubbish music unless you're good at it. I am not, but yeah, it's there. It's quite fun to play around with. Then we've got the System Preferences application. This is almost the same as basically Control Panel in Windows. Just gives us access to all of the different configurable components about the operating system. Now next to that, we have got Adobe Photoshop CS 5.1, not on CS 6 yet. Use Photoshop quite a lot, mainly for photo editing. Next to that, we've got Premiere Pro, which I actually use sometimes for editing some of my videos. I like to flick between that and Final Cut Pro 10 just to kind of change it up a little bit, have a bit of a mixture. Now next to that, we have got Adobe Lightroom. This is version 3. I'm in the process of migrating to version 4. And I actually use this for all of my photo editing. So in here you can completely manipulate all of your raw files. You can see got some pictures of Jodie there and some of the girls when I was doing a photo shoot for one of my companies, Honey Management. And yeah, Lightroom is the best photo editing application around today. It's absolutely fantastic. Love it. Couldn't live without it. So next to Lightroom, we've got Lightroom 4, which is the new version, and I'm migrating to that, like I say. Then we've got the Office Suite, PowerPoint, Outlook, Word, Excel. I much prefer the Office Suite from Microsoft than the one from Apple. In fact, I don't even use any of the Apple's products in terms of Office. I can't stand them. Microsoft Office is the standard when it comes to that. So when I'm sharing documents around for work and for business, there's no point me sending documents that people might not be able to open or might not work properly in the Microsoft Office suite. Then we've got Microsoft Messenger. I don't know why the hell that's in there. Let's get rid of that. And then next to that, we've got Kismac. Now, Kismac is a kind of Wi-Fi tool that enables you to, how can we say this, find your lost keys if you've lost your key to your wireless, or maybe your neighbour's lost his and he wants you to help you find it. That's basically what that's for. Enough said. Anyway, next to that, we have got the Cord application, which is a great application. Enables me to RDP onto a whole range of Windows desktops. You can connect up to them and then obviously just run all of your Windows applications through that if you want to. Basically just a better version of the Microsoft RDP tool. Talking of which, that is what the remote desktop connection is from Microsoft there. Now we've got the activity monitor. That just shows us all of our CPU, memory and all that kind of stuff. I have that open all the time up on another screen. Absolutely great little tool built into Mac OS X. Then we've got FileZilla, very simple FTP application. Final Cut Pro 10, that is obviously what I use for recording and editing all of my videos, apart from the ones that I do in Premiere Pro. Then we've got ScreenFlow, which is what I'm using now to record this kind of desktop recording part of the video. And then we've got the Livestream Procaster. Now the Livestream Procaster is the application that I use to bring you all of my live streams on my website. So we do those quite regularly. And then we've got VLC, which is basically what I use for viewing all of my movies. And the reason I use VLC, there is another one that a lot of people use on Mac. I can't remember what it's called. but I use VLC just because I kind of like it. It's free, it's very simple, very easy to use, and also it's kind of cross-platform as well, so if you use it on here you can use it on Windows as well. Next to that we have got the Logitech webcam software for this particular camera that I'm using at the moment, which I've got to say actually while we're talking about it is the most amazing webcam I've ever used. It's the Logitech C910 and it just gives absolutely fantastic quality. Having said that, the software is absolutely shocking on Mac. Now we've got GoToAssist, and GoToAssist enables you to remote control people's machines regardless of firewall configurations. They go to a website, they put a code in, and bang, you can see their screen. So that's kind of for end user support. Then we've got GoToMeeting. GoToMeeting is basically a collaboration tool, again from Citrix, and it enables you to have a complete online web conference with a whole bunch of different people, produce webinars, have meetings, all that kind of stuff. Also runs on iOS and a whole bunch of other different devices as well, along with obviously Windows. Now next to that we've got the Cyborg editor. This is for editing the profiles on my Cyborg mouse that I sometimes use. Then we've got Skype. Then we've got the Citrix receiver. Now the Citrix receiver is an application that I use for work. It enables you to basically connect up to Citrix sessions on a XenApp server or a XenDesktop VDI. Next to that we've got the ITV application, which is part of the inbuilt USB key that I've got plugged into my Mac Pro. Enables me to watch all of the terrestrial channels here on my Mac. Now next to that we've got Socialite, which I don't really use very much, but it basically pulls in a whole bunch of RSS feeds and you can connect it up to Twitter and Facebook and all those different things and have just a central place for having all of your kind of social media information. Now next to that we have got TweetDeck, the new version, which is absolutely rubbish, don't use it. Then we've got Twitterific, another Twitter application. And then we've got Zinio Reader 4. Now I've got Zinio on my BlackBerry Playbook, all of my Android devices and also all of my iOS devices as well as my Mac devices. So that enables me to connect up and get access to all of the magazines which I'm subscribed to, and that's a great application. Then we've got Parallels Desktop, which enables me to run virtual machines on my Mac platform. So in here I have a constant Windows desktop running, which enables me to run all of my Windows apps locally. Great application. Again, there's a review for that up on the channel. Then we've got Text Editor, which is just a very simple text editor. Stickies, which are the stickies that I've got up here. Use those for all my note taking. And then we've got TweetDeck and Twitter, which are my main two Twitter applications that I have open all the time. And then we've got a terminal application as well, which enables me to pull up a shell. Now, after that, let's go up here to the menu bar. I'll just show you what I've got running in here. So first of all, we have got the ScreenFlow icon there, which is what I'm doing at the moment. Jesus, 12 minutes, got to hurry up. Then we've got Dropbox, the Logitech webcam software, and then we've also got the Better Touch tool. Now the Better Touch tool is pretty cool because it enables you to configure a whole bunch of extra gestures, both for your trackpad and also for your Magic Mouse. I believe it's free as well, which is pretty cool. Next to that, we've got the scanner, like sort of control panel thing for my scanner. Then we've got the Cyborg mouse configuration there. We've got the Air mouse that I use for using my phone as a mouse, connecting up to my Mac. Then I've got the Log Me In, which enables me to remotely connect back into my computer over the internet. Pathfinder here. And then we've got Twitter. And then I've got a lock screen thing here so I can unlock all my keychains and also lock my screen. The ability to connect up to all my VPNs. Display settings here for all of the 6 displays. Backup for Time Machine, volume, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, date, name, Spotlight. So, sorry to rush through the end of that there, guys, but it was an extremely long video. I'm probably going to imagine that a lot of the Windows users will absolutely hate it. But like I say, I think of a lot of it kind of carries over to Windows anyway. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please do hit that like button, and I will see you all in the next video. See ya.